I wanted to do a quick video comparing some of the statistics of the various cryptocurrency networks. I'm focusing on the ones that are most usable as currencies, which is why I have Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Dash in here. I have Bitcoin, of course, here for reference, and then Ethereum being the second largest and most used network. Um, so these are the median fees, which has been a bit of an issue lately, and I'm not going to talk too much about that. I'll just let everybody kind of see the relative fees people are paying. Um, Look at the total transaction volume on the network to put that in some context. I think that's pretty interesting and probably not what most people would expect. Um, Though keep in mind that some of these networks have applications that run on top of the network that are not necessarily, people buying things or transferring money between each other. Um, there are pieces of software that are storing things like messages and that sort of thing, application data on the network. Obviously, a lot of smart contract stuff on Ethereum, but there's also things on Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash that are not really financial transactions. I'm not actually sure about Dogecoin. It would be, if anybody knows, if there's some kind of application that's dumping a whole bunch of transactions on Dogecoin, or if this is just absorbing a lot of people that don't want to pay Bitcoin and Ethereum fees, I'd be real interested in knowing about that. Um, Average transaction value. This is mostly in here for the next calculation, but I think this maybe gives you a little bit of insight into what the transactions are. You have an average $30,000 transaction value. A lot of that's probably going to exchanges or large movements of money. It's not somebody buying something mail order or paying for coffee or something like that. Whereas Dogecoin's actually the smallest here too, which does kind of make sense. I'm interested. I wonder how many people are using this for some kind of microtransaction application, and obviously Dash being a very low transaction fee makes very small transactions viable. So total volume in dollars. This one probably shouldn't be too surprising. It looks like Dogecoin and Litecoin are absorbing a lot of people probably escaping higher fees, if I had to guess. A little bit less for Bitcoin Cash and Dash, which honestly surprises me, seeing as how well accepted these two coins are in a lot of places you can spend crypto. But Dogecoin and Litecoin are also very well accepted, so um, that's interesting there. So this is the volume of transactions divided by the total market cap. So how many dollars of transactions per dollar of market cap is happening on chain? Um, Litecoin really pulling its weight there. Um, very interesting how relatively small Bitcoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash and Dash, despite looking uh, rather weak in total volume, the volume compared to their market cap is actually quite high compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Um, Active market cap monthly. So this is based on a new website I just launched, activemarketcap.com. So what we're comparing here is the total market cap, only counting wallets that had transactions sent from them within the last month. So this is kind of a way to get a more currently in circulation comparison rather than counting a lot of old coins that, in the case of some of the earlier cryptos like Bitcoin, uh, maybe lost forever. Maybe they're just in really long-term storage. You know, Coins that probably are not going to come into circulation are less like it's awaited. You kind of choosing a month here is obviously an arbitrary length of time, but I think it gives a little bit different of a perspective than just comparing straight market cap. So I included that mostly so that we can then do the same volume divided by monthly in the next chart here. So let's see if I can quickly go back to refresh our memory for market cap. So here we have Litecoin, Dogecoin, Dash, and Bitcoin Cash, pretty big too. Uh, if you look at the active volume, um, Litecoin is still the highest by far, but it's Dash in second instead of Dogecoin, which actually surprises me a bit, um, due to um, the nature of Dash with its masternodes. Sending payments on a somewhat regular basis, being active addresses. I would assume that most of those are active in the last month. I should actually look into that data for future comparison. Um, I'm kind of surprised that it's still that high on the active caps. So um, just some interesting numbers there. I think that's the last one I have. I'm gonna if people find this interesting, I will maybe continue to do this. This is the information from just today for these coins. So, um, yeah, that's all.